guys. Beautiful day today. As you can see out the back window, it's a little bit white out there. Lots of snow today. Lots of snow. Heavy, heavy snow. Heavy snow today, but that's okay. We got the snow plow that just came by and did our road. And my snowplow contractor came and just did our driveway. God bless him. It's amazing how God will answer your prayers. Up here, finding a good snowplow contractor is like finding gold. And once you have it, you know, you don't want to let go of it. Anyways, guys, how you doing? Hope you guys had a good weekend. We got no data. No CFTC data came out on Friday. Because of the death of Carter, so they didn't release any data. So data is going to be coming out today. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later today, and I'll be posting some analysis, obviously, for you guys. And the usual reports will continue next time the data is released on Friday. So until then. We have some markets that we should be looking at. Some interesting things happening here. As you know, I opened up a position short on gold, or sorry, on euro. We're looking at gold, but I opened up a short position on the euro. And, you know, we use supply and demand dynamics. We use the CFTC data, and we put that all together, and it spelled downwards. So I opened up a short position on the euro US dollar, and that's been doing well. Very, very well. And let me just do something here. Let me see. There you go. I want to just oh, I didn't want to do that. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Okay. I opened up a short position on the euro. We can take a quick look at that. Position was somewhere around here. Well, I opened one up here, a little bit higher. I was opening up as price was rallying. With the intention of continuing to add if price was to go even higher. Okay, there was a good chance it was going to go up to here, even up here. A lot of the dynamics of what was playing out with price was suggesting that that was possible, and so I was committed. I wasn't. Oops. Hey, how about you shrink your stuff so I can see the charts? There we go. There we go. There we go. How about I do that? That's a lot better, isn't it? How about I do that? Good. Now you can see. So I was set on this one dropping, without a doubt. There was no doubt in my mind. The euro was going to drop. Okay. So I didn't care about upside. I was just going to continue to add until it eventually turned over. And so instead of it going higher, it's going lower, which is great. So we have some demand being contacted. But for me, the chart here that is the main focus is this one here. We have our analysis has been telling us that price is going to drop down to this monthly area of demand for quite some time. And the interesting thing is that when price gets down there, we are expecting a reversal to take place. Okay, so we are expecting a big bounce to the upside. Now, I wanted gold to drop alongside the euro because we're also bullish gold, but from lower on the chart. And the fact that it didn't drop, it bothers me because I like to have a nice correlation between the charts here. You know, when we look at the monthly chart, for instance, of gold, take a look here. We have room for price to drop to the institutional demand area that we have there, but it didn't get down there. Okay, and you know, with the euro dropping towards that monthly area of demand, I wanted gold to be dropping towards its demand. But just because the two were correlated and there was a good chance that gold was going to drop, there was no short trade on gold. And I made this very clear to members last year that even though we see signs of a potential drop in gold, there is no gold trade. So technically, it's not ideal for a short trade. The euro US dollar was. So, so you can see that it was holding its range here. On the daily chart, we had this range that we have been talking about. We have supply up here. We have demand down here. And it was all about whether or not this range was going to hold, and or whether or not it was going to break to the downside and allow for price to come into contact with that significant buying zone. If it came into contact with that significant buying zone, timed with the euro US dollar dropping into its demand zone, then I was all for buying gold. But as long as it holds this range, I don't want to touch gold. Okay, so it's too bad that's what's happening, because really this is not an ideal chart to trade. So I will be leaving it alone. Very interesting moves here. We'll look at the latest CFTC data and we'll see what it suggests when it comes out at 3:30 today. But until then, we're just going to leave it alone. Silver, okay. Silver is another one. If you look at the daily chart, we've got a similar dynamic with silver. This one's got supply above the chart here. Okay, that's the latest institutional area of selling that came into the market. And this is the significant area of buying that is holding price up. Okay, so as long as price stays within this range, I'm not expecting much out of price. Supply has to break for upside, or demand has to break for downside. Now, I am bullish silver, and I have made that clear to members that I am bullish silver. I don't want to be buying it at this point. I'm waiting for a specific signal, and when that happens, I'll be watching for an entry into a position here long. So silver looks good, just not set up yet. Gold, not set up yet. The euro drop is looking beautiful. I have targets at the monthly area of demand for my shorts, and I'll be holding until that gets contacted. Okay, let's take a quick look at the US CAD. Not much happening with the US CAD. I'm really curious now. I haven't looked for a few days what the sentiment for the US CAD is with respect to retail positions. They haven't really budged. This is quite a long time that they've been holding on. Retail positions, 82% of retail are holding short at 13. Okay, so 13K, 82%. They're still holding on to short positions. Okay, and as you can see, price is just sitting sideways. It doesn't want to move. US dollar, Japanese yen. It's holding that area as well up here. Let's take a look at the weekly chart. This is the important one. There's a supply area, and I want you to see something here. You see that little nick through the supply area? Yeah. Most people are not paying attention to that. We are. We're paying attention to that. So here was a supply zone that was holding for some time. We initially had the supply area contacted here. Price came down, contacted demand, rallied back up into that supply, and now the banks are telling us we're interested in taking price higher. Maybe not right now, but we're interested, because their algorithms are trading price past the previous area where they were significantly selling. So when I see that, that definitely tells me that buying has been the more dominant force in the market. So I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to listen. When they tell me that they're buying and significantly, then I'm going to pay attention. So this is looking good for a continued move higher. Just I would be careful because I wouldn't necessarily be buying it right now. Okay. A lot of people want to see Bitcoin. So I told you Bitcoin is sitting in a range here. We've been talking about this for some time. Okay. That we had supply here and we had demand here. And these two areas of buying and selling were going to keep price in a range. So I had mentioned I wouldn't be touching this one as long as this range holds, because when it contacts demand, it'll want to go up. When it contacts supply, it'll want to go down. The only time you get real significant momentum is when one of these areas breaks through. And I suspect that the bias is to the downside. Okay, that's my bias. Demand breaks, this thing is dropping. Okay, and I think it's getting pretty close to that. You just look at the charts and you can see it's getting pretty close to that. We just fell short of hitting our target of 110,000. Most likely reversal from here is what I wrote when price was down in the, I can't remember where it was. I think it had just surpassed 100,000. We did some analysis, came to the conclusion that 110 was going to likely be the reversal spot. Fell short, 108, and it's been put in a range ever since. But I'm going to be watching for this area of demand to break. And if it does break, we're going to be watching for a move straight down. There's institutional demand lower on the chart. I would not be buying Bitcoin. And I tell all my friends who are interested in Bitcoin, they ask me now. Now they take me serious. When it comes to Bitcoin, now they take me serious. Because when it was a 65,000 or 55,000 back in the day, they were all buying, and I told them not to because it could likely drop to 15,000, 12,000, 15,000. And they're like, no, it's never going to happen. And I said, you don't know trading. You're asking, I'm telling you, I'm a professional trader. I'm telling you. And they're like, yeah, but you don't know Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin. You don't. Stick to what you know. We'll tell you about Bitcoin. So they told me all the fundamental reasons why Bitcoin should go up to 100,000 from 65. And then it dropped. And they waited years until it got back to those highs. And so now they do ask me for my advice in Bitcoin. And my advice is don't be buying it at 100K, okay? Because it's likely going to drop to the 60s. And if it does, we have institutional demand down there. I'll watch for signals to get in long, and then I'll be looking to enter into Bitcoin long, but not at this point. You have to understand, the banks just significantly bought from 16, 20, 25,000, brought up to 100K because everybody was saying it was going to go to 100K. So they fulfilled it. And so now they come out with the estimates that's going to go to 200, 500, 1 million, all these crazy estimates. That's to get everybody to come in and buy, right? So who do you think is going to sell when they're buying, when everybody's buying? Who do you think's selling? Obviously, it's those guys, right? So if they sell, the momentum can really drop down to 60K. That's their last significant buying area. So I'll be watching that. I'll be watching that. All right. You don't know Bitcoin. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I know the markets. I don't have to know Bitcoin. I don't have to know about the euro. I don't have to know about the states to know about the dollar. I don't have to know about gold reserves to know about the gold chart. I don't have to know about Apple and what technology they have and what they're going to be releasing a year from now to know about its stock chart. I don't have to know about any of that. What I need to know is how to read charts. That's the most important thing. If I know how to read charts and I can see what's going on, I can determine what price is likely going to do. And that's all that really matters. All right, 8:16, good. Nice 16 minutes. Using a new drawing tool here. It looks like it's working pretty well. And I guess that's it. Oops. Here we go. All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me today, and I will check in with you again maybe tomorrow morning. So, and make sure you sign up for the newsletters. A lot of talk about the newsletter. We had a special newsletter go out on Friday with some special video analysis that I recorded just for you guys with regards to the S&P 500, which you need to know because there might be a massive move to the downside coming, and I detailed all this in the video. So make sure you subscribe to the newsletters, and if you do subscribe to the newsletters, make sure you open them, because now people are coming to me saying, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. Well, my system will not send you a newsletter if it has determined you're not opening them. If you're not opening them and clicking on links and interacting, they figure you're not interested. So they're just going to bypass you when the newsletter gets sent out. Okay. So when you get the newsletters, open them, read them, click buttons. All right. Just for fun. Even if you're not interested and you don't even want to read, just click it for fun, just to participate. That way, when I do send out some critical video analysis, you'll get it. Okay. All right, my friends, you take care. Thanks for joining. And arrivederci. We'll see you soon. Maybe tomorrow morning. All right, you take care. Have a good one.